Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Dr. Lisa Sulsenti podcast. I am Dr. Lisa, and today we're going to talk about a vital organ that often gets overlooked, but it plays a huge, huge role in your health, and that is the liver. I also want to discuss today detoxification and what detox even is and what to do about this. The liver is your body's natural filter. Think of the filter like in your dryer, right? And it's going to pull out all the lint. So that's how I see the liver. It's responsible for removing toxins, metabolizing hormones, it supports digestion, and it keeps the blood clean. Super important. And we're going to go over this. And when it's overworked or compromised, it can affect everything from energy to mood to your hormone imbalances, digestion, and even, your skin. Headaches, all of that. So a lot of the symptoms I always say that your body is experiencing could be coming from the gut and the liver. They kind of go hand in hand together because they work together. So gut health matters, liver health matters. Let's talk about liver health. So the liver is constantly working. It does over 100 functions, and I'm not going over all of them. I'm going to stick with this whole detoxification topic today. Detoxifies harmful chemicals from food, drinks, medications, environment. What does that mean? I got to stop right there. Detoxification means that it's taking something that would be considered a toxin, and a toxin would be anything that the body needs to eliminate. It's not safe. It just needs to get rid of it. Believe it or not, excess estrogen can be toxic. A vitamin like if you have too much vitamin D, cholesterol. So it doesn't have to be something obvious like medication or, like a heavy metal or something that is harmful to the body if you don't get rid of it, right? So what it's doing is it's converting. In the fancy words, detoxification or conjugation. But what I just want you to know, and you can take away from the podcast today, is that the liver's main job is to convert something that's not in a safe form, that the body might have too much of or just doesn't need. And it's going to convert it to a water-soluble compound, which is now safe and inactivates the toxin, right? Converts it to something safe and is going to send it to the gut, where the gut is going to eliminate it through the stool. That is detoxification. Now, this has its own pathways. It has its own players. And you need certain things for this to happen. It's not just like magic. It's not like, boom, done. It needs things. And what it needs is it definitely needs your B vitamins. It needs amino acids, such as NAC and glutathione. I'm just naming a few things. It needs methionine. It needs some methylate things. I believe there's like other vitamins in there, like vitamin D. I'm trying to think if iron's in there. I can't remember. Don't quote me. But the point is that you need nutrients. You need vitamins and minerals and amino acids for this to happen, for this conversion to happen. So the first step is to have a healthy detoxification. You need your nutrients. It goes back to gut health, that you need a gut that is going to absorb the nutrients from your food and send them out. So your gut is going to send the nutrients to the liver, and the liver is going to get what it needs so it can detoxify. So the first thing to have a healthy liver is you need a healthy gut. But you also need a healthy diet. If you're not eating healthy and you don't give the body the nutrients it needs, this detoxification thing gets messed up. So this is also eat healthy, healthy gut, healthy liver. 3 things. So detoxification, again, is taking something that the body needs to eliminate, convert it into something that's safe, that it can pee or poop out. All right? It also, the liver metabolizes hormones like estrogen, which we just talked about. It can break it down. The gut can also reabsorb it. It aids in digestion because it produces bile. So bile helps break down fats when you're digesting. It also, believe it or not, is where that water-soluble thing goes. How it gets from the liver to the gut is through the bile. So bile is really important. So it produces bile. You need bile for detoxification and also for the digestion. The liver also regulates blood sugar and energy levels. The liver helps metabolize the thyroid hormone, and the thyroid T3 is specific for energy levels. It also helps regulate insulin and glucose. So it's super important. The liver also, for energy levels, if you have too much calories, it's going to convert the calories or the glucose to glycogen, and it's going to store it in your fat cells. And then if you need energy, it's going to break down glycogen and produce glucose and produce energy. So it does that back and forth as well. It's super important. It will also support immune function and inflammation control. So we want the liver to be healthy because and I only named 5 or 6 functions here. There's 100. If your liver is struggling, you may notice fatigue, low energy, digestive issues, bloating, constipation, that brain fog, hormone imbalances, PMS, skin issues, especially acne, and dull complexion. It's very common with the face, the face issues, the skin. Weight gain and difficulty losing weight can also be if the liver is struggling. And this also has to do with gut. So gut health and liver health, they kind of go hand in hand, but they are two specific, different organs, and they work together, but they're different, obviously. Let's look at factors that stress the liver. So modern lifestyle can challenge the liver daily. So the American lifestyle, it's challenging for this poor little liver trying to keep up. I feel bad for the American liver and the American gut. Number one thing that's going to really harm the liver, we know, is alcohol. So it's too much alcohol intake just harms the liver. Medications too. So we all know that, and that's something you do need to pay attention to. Just because we know it doesn't mean we do it. Too much alcohol will definitely damage the liver. And medications, they'll always say, don't take too many, Tylenols or ibuprofens, it's not good for the liver. So the liver, here's one thing too you want to think about. I'm going to challenge you on this thought. You could take this from this podcast. If the liver has to continuously deal with alcohol or continuously deal with medications, it's not going to do the other things as well. And that I was taught in school. Like if it's constantly detoxifying environmental toxins or alcohol and medications on a very daily basis and at an excessive amount, it's not going to probably break down estrogen well. It might not detoxify other things well. It might not stabilize glucose and insulin well. It might not do these other functions that it's going to do, break down estrogen or convert estrogen, to a safe form and get rid of it, or break down glycogen and so this whole story, it's such a central train station of your body, and things are coming in and out. And when you start damaging it with toxins, and I'm talking environmental toxins, outside toxins. So the bad foods that we eat, the processed foods, the sugars, the artificial additives, the fast foods, the garbage foods, alcohol, medications, plastics, pesticides, heavy metals, you really are damaging it, and it can't do the natural things it's meant to do well. Sorry, I just dropped the microphone. I don't know if you heard that. So think about that. And I'm not trying to stress you out with this podcast. What I'm challenging you to do is look at your lifestyle and go, all right, where can I help my liver out? Where can I help this buddy, this poor guy? He's constantly filtering everything I do. Where can I help out? So if I drink a lot of alcohol, maybe I should cut back. If I know I have a liver that's challenged already, let's say I have a fatty liver, I'm just not going to give it alcohol. I'm not going to do that to it. If I have to take a medication, fine, I get that. But how many medications do I have to take? Are there things that I can start being responsible for? Are there things that I can start doing? Honestly, if I'm not exercising, then I'm not helping push the glucose. I'm not helping push the insulin. I'm not helping with my blood pressure. I'm doing nothing. And I hate to be rude, but these are things that we just have to have kind of a responsible lifestyle a little bit about. If you're eating fast foods, if you're eating out at restaurants, don't tell me you just go to the restaurant and you just get a salad. If you're putting that dressing on there, go read what's in there. I mean, some of those salads can be 1,000 calories. So really just challenge it. And I know that women get into this ridge of having children and feeding the children poorly, and then they feed themselves poorly because they're cooking for everybody, or they get into the grandparent stage where they're always at restaurants, or they're in the parent stage where they're it's just easier to take kids through McDonald's. Really look at the lifestyle. I'm just challenging you. I'm not judging you. I've been there and I get it. But these are issues that stress the liver. The other thing that stresses the liver, some stuff that we've talked about that I know that is a little bit more difficult. Here's what I want to stop and pause. I am not judging you. I feel that some of these things are within your control. I'm trying to empower you. If someone's dying in your life, that's stress, and that's really not in your control, right? If something bad happens, if you lost your job, that's stress, and that's not really in your control until you can work that out and get another job. So there's some amount of stress in the lives that will affect your liver and your gut health that isn't in your control. And the only thing you can really do is try so hard on how you're reacting to it. If you're in a fight with somebody, or, you're getting divorced, there's only so much you can do about it. Pray. But if you're going through McDonald's every day, you can control that. You can. If you're going to Starbucks and you're getting those stupid sugar-ass coffee drinks, you can control that. Excuse my French, but it pisses me off. These are things you can control. Maybe medication you can't, but are you overdoing it? Write out all the medication you're taking. Is there one of those, two of those medications that I'm not saying stop taking? I'm saying, is there something that you could do that would better your health, and maybe you wouldn't need one? Do you need to get into the gym? Do you need to exercise? Do you need to do yoga? Do you need to start walking? Do you need to eat healthier? I'm trying to empower you to pick one spot of your. I'm not saying don't take medications. Please don't take that from here. I'm just saying, if you're always popping ibuprofen, why, right? If you're always taking reflux medicine, why? Get down to the root cause of what's going on and how can you fix this. I'm trying to empower you to improve your gut health, improve your liver health, improve your lifestyle. Don't give up. It's very hard with Americans because it's a very negative loop we get in, and it becomes the norm. So it's very, very hard to get out of that new loop and let a healthy lifestyle be your norm. It's very hard. I get it. Okay, gut health is actually super, super important for the liver. Let me back up here and talk about detox. So you've got these supplements. I'm not even going to get into the medical world because this is really on the functional medicine world. And this is on the nutrition world. And then it's also on the propaganda of supplements and pushing them, this whole detox world. I'm putting this one on us. There's this idea that you could take a detox drink and detoxify yourself. There's an idea that you could take supplements that are going to detox you. So it's like, I'm detoxing today. I'm detoxing. I'm sorry, Dr. Lisa, I can't do that because I'm detoxing. I just bought all these supplements because I'm detoxing. I'm doing this drink. I'm doing a detox. Well, I'm going to just pause here. If you could take anything, the third thing you could take from this podcast, I'm laughing because I keep saying, hey, you could take something from this podcast, is you don't detox the body. There's nothing you can take that's going to detox the body unless you're ODing on drugs, or you're hooked on drugs and you go into a medical detoxification where they're really detoxing, cold turkey detoxing you off drugs. I mean, street drugs. All right. That's a different detoxification. When you're getting a supplement, you're like, I'm detoxing today. I'm doing a detox drink. You are not detoxing your body. I'm going to pause there because that's a really big thing. The only thing that's going to detoxify your body is the liver and the gut. They detoxify your body. They are your detoxifiers. They convert toxins to a water-soluble compound that can be peed or pooped out. The gut poops it out. The kidney pees it out. The liver does the conversion. They do it. You don't do it in the sense of a drink or a supplement. You do it because it's your liver and your gut. So I should correct that. The supplement, the drink, the green drink, they don't do it. What they're claiming to do is to do it. What they're trying to really say to you is, hey, there's some nutrients or herb in here that helps support that process in the body. But it's just one thing or two things. Like if you're doing a green drink, great. It's got some B vitamins. But if your gut doesn't absorb the stuff that's in the green drink, it's not really going to do it. So what really needs to be done is you really need to get your gut health under control and the liver health under control. And that's what I teach. That's what I do. I just know if I give you a supplement and you walk out the door, I might say, hey, milk thistle supports the liver detoxification system. I want you to take this for a little bit because we're working so hard on this. I want to help push it. I want to help. I want to take the liver's hand and help it. I want to help the process. But I know the milk thistle isn't going to detoxify you. It doesn't do that. So that's what you have to understand about detoxification. All right, what are some things you can do to support the system naturally? Is you can eat liver-supporting foods, which are cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, green leafy vegetables, garlic, onion, beets, artichokes. You also, if you're having any food symptoms or food problems, you could do a food sensitivity testing, remove the foods that are causing these digestive upsets so we can move on and get this gut working well and take out the inflammation in the gut. You also can reduce your exposure to toxins. So look at your body, look at your lifestyle. Think of yourself as a fish in a fishbowl. If a fish was living in a fishbowl and the water was toxic, the fish will die. Fish die of toxins. They don't typically get a bacterial infection or a virus infection, although there's that ick thing it can get. But typically a fish is going to die because the water's toxic. Think of yourself as a fish in your fishbowl. Think of your fishbowl. What's toxic in there that your body is really struggling with? So okay, let's start with foods. How toxic are your food choices? Turn them over. Read the ingredients. How many chemicals are in there? How toxic are they? Let's do it with your drinks. What are you drinking? What are you literally drinking? I'm going to challenge you today to literally start reading the ingredients and tell me what you are actually taking in. Are you taking in garbage? If they're made in a lab, it isn't for the body. The body doesn't know what it is. The body knows real foods made by God. Artificial sweeteners, thickening agents, preservatives, all this stuff, all the food dyes, the polysorbate 60s and 40s and 20s and all the dyes and the gums that are processed. The MSGs, the sulfates, the nitrates, the bad oils, it just goes on and on. Please start turning over what you're eating and look at that stuff. That's one thing you can do to reduce your exposures to toxins. Unnecessary medications. Not medications that you need to, live. Choose clean personal care products. Oh my gosh. So we're doing a course on this to help you. I have a course coming out that's going to help teach you how to improve your gut health, improve your liver health. It's also the next course that's going to be associated with this is how to clean up your skin care and your personal hygiene care products, how to just pick cleaner choices. And the third course that's going to be connected to this is called my, Detox Your Life series. It's going to be how to clean up your cleaning products, your household products, and how to make natural choices. The purpose of the Detox Your Life series is to reduce your toxic load. So if you're a fish in the fishbowl, we're going to reduce the load so your liver can do the other things it needs to do. We want the gut to make the GLP-1s, right? We just talked about that. You want the liver to be able to convert estrogen and get rid of it, right? Not recirculate it back into the body and cause cancer. So a lot of these health issues, the root causes right here, liver and gut health. So let's support the gut health. Let's get a healthy microbiome, right? Let's get the liver processing the estrogen correctly and the toxins and the cholesterols correctly. Let the liver be able to absorb the vitamins and the nutrients and the minerals that you need. We want the liver to be able to process food properly and stop attacking it and create food sensitivities, right? We want all of this to be working. We want the right prebiotics to be in there, the right probiotic to be in there to get a super healthy gut. So when they work together synergistically, we want the gut to support the liver and we want the liver to support the gut. Another really important thing that I'm really bad at, and if you guys have tips for me, is staying hydrated. I don't know. I have it right here. I'm probably going to sip it, but I don't want you to hear me sip it. I try to drink water all day. Water supports bioflow. It supports cells need water, cellular health. It supports moving toxins and flushing them out. So if you really want to know what's going to, by the way, be a natural detoxifier, a natural flushing, it's water. Nothing else. You can buy all these potions and lotions. Water. Water is literally, it flushes it out. Think about when you just, you take a hose and you start cleaning out your patio. It's flushing away the dirt, right? It's a flusher. You could add some lemon or lime to it. It's a little citrus. It kind of helps. But water is stay hydrated. There are natural supplements that can help the detoxification pathways, but I don't like, you can tell on my podcast, I don't like mentioning supplements because it's not right for everyone. So for me to just say it and then it might not be right for you, I'm doing you a disservice. So we can talk about natural supplements if you meet with me. I did mention a few things that the liver detoxification pathway needs. So that also, I did mention a few things. We just talked about sleep. So that's a really important thing, to prioritize sleep and try to get that under control. And also stress management. We talked about also that in the last podcast. Now, why does this overall matter, Dr. Lisa? Remember, a healthy liver sets the foundation. It sets the foundation for energy, right? For hormone balances, for your ability to lose weight, for your ability to balance insulin and glucose, to break down, your fat storages into energy so you're not gaining weight. It also is important for immune health, thyroid health, digestion, elimination of toxins. So supporting liver detoxification naturally is not about extreme cleanses. That's what I was saying. It's not about these drinks and these potions and these lotions. It's about consistent daily habits, healthy lifestyle choices that reduce toxic burden and the toxic overload in the body. And this will optimize your body's natural systems or your body's natural detoxification pathways. That's how you do it. So I want to thank you so much for listening today. I hope this episode helps you understand why your liver is so essential and gives you practical ways to support it naturally. Now, I always say, my job isn't to judge you. My job isn't to overwhelm you. My job is to empower you to just choose one thing, one tip this week and see if you can make a change. It can be a noticeable difference in your energy, your digestion, or just overall wellness. But just pick one thing that you can do. And again, it might be drink more water, right? It might be like, hey, I'm gonna just not do the Starbucks sugary drinks. I'm just gonna get a nice clean tea. Remember to subscribe to my podcast so you don't miss any future episodes. And also share this with someone that you feel can benefit from this topic. Talk to you soon. Here's to a happy, healthy liver, and I'll see you at the next episode.